Hi, have you been ever wanting to play an instrument but for some reasons you can't get yourself to start? Or maybe you feel too old to pick up an instrument? If you can relate to my question, then welcome to my channel. It is in my 40s that I have dreamed of learning how to play the violin. I just love the way how it sounds, and I also admire people who can play an instrument. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my journey on how I started learning how to play the violin at 47. I am not that good yet, but I can already play my favorite music. Learning how to play the violin has always been at the back of my mind for years. But since I have zero knowledge in playing the violin, so I just started to watching videos on YouTube about the basic parts, how to play, and some guidelines. And then one day on my way from work going home, I saw this signage wherein they're offering services for piano and violin lessons. So then I called up that number, and then that's the start of the piano lessons of my two sons and myself for violin. So basically, my two sons and I have the same teacher because my teacher teaches both violin and piano lessons. Since I already enrolled myself to violin lessons, so we went to the mall with my daughter to buy my violin. And when we are already inside the store, the salesman thought that the violin I was checking was for my daughter. But when I told him that it is for me, then he said, "Ma'am, okay ka sa trip ah." Sarap patukan. So anyway, I had my first lesson with my teacher at 47. It takes actually bravery to learn something that is totally unfamiliar to you. But I didn't mind. Well, I didn't know that violin is one of the hardest instruments to learn. There are just so many things to learn, like of course reading notes, proper positioning of your fingers on the bow, pressure of the bow, fingers on the strings, and so much more. I was actually really struggling. But I told myself that I can't stop because I've been really wanting to learn how to play this instrument. It was already 3 years since I had my first lesson with my teacher, but up to now I'm still struggling. And of course, since it's pandemic, so I stopped also going to my teacher for violin lessons. And of course, I'm also too busy with my activities, like I'm working or I still need to attend to my family. But I'm still consistent with my practice daily, especially now that we are now working from home. I have more time, so instead of my time traveling from work to home, then I can allot that in my practice. As an adult learner, so these are the things I can share with you that you might want to also adopt for you to be able to start also learning how to play the instrument that you like. So these are the things I did and I am currently doing. It's good if you can have formal lessons, like having a teacher that really can teach you the basic ones. So you can do that like in the beginning, because the beginning is crucial. Like myself, maybe I had my teacher taught me the basics like for 6 months. I am so patient and diligent in practicing at home after work. I spend around an hour 3 times a week, especially in the beginning, because as mentioned, the beginning is always crucial in any field of learning. So now that it is pandemic, so I normally practice daily, minimum 10 to 15 minutes. And then it depends on my energy if I will extend it to 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. So, and my teacher told me that it is very important to practice daily. So even if 10 to 15 minutes only, just practicing bowing and scaling. The third thing that I can share with you is always have a self-talk. Tell yourself that you can learn this, you can do this, and you need to be consistent. joined recitals. I had my first recital after 3 months of attending a lesson with my teacher. In fact, I had my recital with my 2 kids, so they played piano and I played the violin. And my classmates then were just 3 years old up to maybe 12 or 13 years old. I was the only one who is 47 years old. I'm Pasha and I'm 47 years old. So I'll be playing A Whole New World, my friend. I joined 3 recitals already. The first one was a disaster, but the second and third one were better as compared to the first one. So have the courage to join the recital if you can. Buy music pieces online or download music from YouTube that you can play along. Just choose the music that you really like so that you'll be motivated to practice. Like any other field of studies, playing a violin or any kind of instrument needs a continuous learning. So it requires time, dedication, patience, and consistency for you to be able to do that. Actually, up to now, I'm still struggling, as mentioned a while ago. But I believe that with my daily practice, I am progressing little by little. So it is important for you not to be stagnant, because if you are not progressing, I believe you are regressing. So now, let me play a music for you. Please don't set your expectations so high. That's what I have for you for today. I just hope that I inspire you to start playing the instrument that you like. Just remember that it is never too late to pick up an instrument. This is Queen V saying, be amazing at 50. Thanks for watching. Bye!